Facing Luis Rengifo. First pitch of the game is outside. Ball one. And we're underway. And leadoff. In the first 22, he's hitting .341 with a .993 OPS leadoff. And Carrasco gets his first strike, 2-1.
See the 12 tonight.
Line and caught at third. That's how this game begins. Arauz and used the quick hands to. And a first pitch curveball misses from Carrasco for ball one.
Double was hit at 100.
For his OPS coming into the day. Line toward the pole with bat. Put a little indentation on, isn't he? And he tops one foul on a sinker from Carrasco. And Asian had been asked yesterday about whether they had done any imaging. General arm fatigue as that's drilled to right center field, and that's going to a one-out double. 24 night for the former Met, and he takes a slider for a strike. Anyway, Minasian said when he was down with arm fatigue that it was doing a little damage control. Swing and a miss, a slider out of the strike zone. It's 0-2.
Well, you know, it's interesting.
Calling the shots, he and his people. That Drury, Ohtani started back toward the door anyway. The relay, Ohtani slides in safely. Watched player in the game, probably the most beloved player in the game. He's going to be a free agent at the end of this.
Are the same people that are attacking the team for not taking care of the athlete.
As honest as you can be. And, you know, they have been told by the doctors that hitting there. Swing and a miss. Moustakas is down on the slider. And there's the first strikeout for Carrasco, 2 down. I mean, it's just irony that a guy who has food poisoning is replaced. Batting fifth in the order, swings and misses at the slider, and it's 1-1. Heard it on a swing. It wasn't his throwing shoulder, it was his left shoulder, and he had to have labrum surgery. And the curveball misses, and it's 3-1. Carrasco. And it's on the outside corner, strike 3-2. And O'Hoppe bounces one behind the bag. Grab by Arauz. Look out. And that recovers RBI. Drives in Ohtani. And will try for a little better tonight against the 23-year-old right-hander Chase Silseth. First pitch to Brandon Nimmo. A fastball up high, ball one. Nimmo hitless in his last 12 laterally in this series. Even against guys who do not bunt like Nimmo.
I think he has the gravitas to play wherever.
The scouting report?
Well, you know.
Curveball misses, and Silseth is behind 3-0. Silseth. And there's a strike to Nimmo, 3-1. And Nimmo takes a knee-high strike. He wasn't sure of the call by Chad Fairchild, so he did a little bit. And a young umpire, Paul Clemens, on the bases.
Angels defense presented by Mendick at the plate.
Fly ball shallow left. Gets there to make the catch. As that ball was fading, 1 out. 11-game hitting streak, including the home run last night. He takes a strike. Too high, 2-1. So Steer against the Diamondbacks. Bases loaded. Then later in the game, Tommy Pham hits one deep to left. Spear goes receiver in football. Foul back by Lindor, 3-2. The initial react play, or at least it seemed to be, this night. Lindor chases one in the dirt for strike 3. And O'Hoppe makes the toss to first, 2 out at third base.
It's like he's trying to get in the head of the hitters.
Yes, of course.
It's a samurai's helmet, I think.
It's ornate. 0-2 to Hunter. And that fastball just off the plate, 1-2. After not making contact at all last night, it's got to feel good. Cabbage on deck. Easy for Ortega. 1 out.
Always fear these players.
And he hits the first pitch in the air. And Nimmo at some point. Luis Rengifo will bring in another run. Cabbage comes from Hefo with an RBI single, and that's drilled down the right for base hit. Hefo digging for third, and Hefo will score easily. Ohtani hit
in the middle of the plate. This one hit off the end of the bat, really, by Ohtani. Did not make wrong. That the ball perfectly played.
Stewart some time to get to it. That's with Ohtani at third. And takes fastball inside, 2-0. Saw Sean Reed-Foley up in the Mets man in the Mets pen tonight. The curveball drops in for a strike, 2-1.
This is where the relay is set.
Appearance coming back from Tommy John surgery, facing Mike Moustakas. It has been Moustakas struck out his first time up. That was the only strikeout for Carrasco, who had the shortest outing for him this season.
Career go through a time like this.
And I know folks are wondering, well, so they're probably disinclined to call him up now. However, there are other options. I mean, Joey Lucchesi is down in the lead. Pete Alonso leads off for New York and takes a fastball inside.
You went with Chase Silseth.
Because they named him Chase, now every time his name is pronounced, nobody. Now, if they really had a sense of humor, as Alonso goes down on strikes, they would have named him Seth. Night to end the game. And takes it high, but it's been a good stretch for Vogelbach. His last 12 games is OP. I mean, just to see Wayne and Steve together again.
Same show in the same year.
Really?
In 2000.
What show was that?
It was like a baseball.
Fox Sports thing? Well, here's the thing, though. They obviously don't put them on camera very much because, you know, we have our.
Oh, gee.
Vogelbach pops one up. He gets there and he makes the catch, and then by Moustakas with 3 strikeouts. And Silseth falls behind him 2-0. Silseth made 2-1 coming. And Stewart fouls one off the left side, and Moustakas is not going to be able to run through the screen for this one to the major leagues.
He only had like 8 games, right, of experience in the minors.
So the 8th Tuesday in Atlanta when he went 1 for 5, and he rolls one slowly out to second base, and Drury throws him out, and that ends the inning start. And this puts a lot of pressure on the Mets bullpen. Tommy John surgery.
I mean, when he first came up to the Mets, it was like every time.
Popped up, coming on, McNeil going out, Stewart running out of the way. So you wonder how rare a feat is it to go for the golden sombrero one night, and done once this season by Brandon Belt of the Blue Jays, and it was actually done once last season against the Mets. 1-2 to Moniak. So it's women's equality. And there's a lot of, you know, really nice. I'm missing the rockers from the list.
I mean, give me Kate Pearson at least.
2-0. And breaking ball outside from Reed-Foley, 3-0 to Renfroe. And there's a strike.
Would have been a nice testament because we just lost her. Sinead O'Connor would have been.
And a good high fastball by Reed-Foley, 3-2. For that matter, you could have gone with the credit. It's got a wonderful voice. But, you know, you and I, we're a little more rock and roll.
That's right.
You ever listen to Palmyra Del Rand?
Yeah, I have.
Crash Pop Shin. I have no hope of being current. I just know what I like.
You do know what you like.
And that's strike 3 called, so Cabbage caught looking. 3rd strikeout for Reed-Foley.